We're at Stamford High School with athletic director and head football coach Ronnie Casey as we talk a little bit more about how our faith impacts what we do on the gridiron, and in your case, in the lives of countless young men over the years. But first, we want to hear a little bit about your own faith journey.
Well, I'll just be real honest with you. As a young player, young kid, I accepted Christ as a freshman in high school. And everything was going great, rocking along, and you know how it is. You go through your peaks and valleys. And as a quarterback my senior year, I thought I had great aspirations of going somewhere, and God had other plans. I shattered my leg and really got humbled, and it took me a new direction to trust the Lord and see what He's going to do in my life. And after that, I got to play some college football and coach the college level a little bit, and this is what I've always dreamed about. But God's helped me through so many problems that I've been really blessed and honored to work with kids. But more importantly is got to coach with 2 different all-star groups in the FCA All-Stars. The first year I went, recommitted my life to Jesus, and it completely changed my life because I went through a deal where I lost my father and went through a separation and a divorce and all that stuff. So I felt really down, like I was getting out of the coaching profession, and remarried, and things were really hard at that time. But being around the coaches and the people in the fellowship, like I said, it revamped my whole life. These kids today, we're always on a mission field because you don't know what you're going to get into, and they always need someone to turn their guidance to. And that's what our whole coaching staff, they're built on God's faith, and without it we would have nothing.
So your story is a little bit about coming through some valleys, and even some that God used to equip you and say, this is what I want you to do, and I'm going to close the doors on some other things as well.
That's true, and we got to go through the peaks and valleys, but we also got to have people help us when we're in those valleys. And what God has done in my life is He shut down a lot of doors and said, you're going in the wrong direction. I want you in this direction, and that's why it's really big on me to hire coaches that have that faith, because faith without works is death. And that's where we stand on that.
Fields of Faith,
wow,
the revival on the gridiron. How is God using you in the lives of these young men all these years?
Well, some things that we did with Fields of Faith, we went there, but last year we created Kings of Courts. And in our FCA Big Country last year, we had over 400 or 500 kids come to Stamford in the gymnasium when it was cold, and did the similar deal, Field of Faith, and had a guest speaker and things like that. We're trying to always open it up. We have a big FCA following here. We have it on Friday mornings, and each church in our community feeds breakfast to these kids. Our kids do the leading on their own. We try to stay out of the way and just kind of help chauffeur or put them in the right place, and it's been a blessing to see our boys and girls athletic program conquer some of the things they have because of the faith they have.
Your eyes lit up when you spoke about that, and I can tell having opportunities like that for the kids as a faith community is very meaningful to you. Why?
Well, I just know that how important it is, because without the guidance, without the strong leadership that we have, and thank goodness our administration here in Stamford allowed us to do that, but we have a church on every corner, so everybody has an option here in Stamford, Texas. But the big part of it is you still got to lead them, and you got to direct them, and being able to offer kids something that's different that they haven't seen before, and be able to sit down and enjoy each other's company as well as learn about the Lord is probably the most important aspect of anyone's life. Someone says the birth, being born, or seeing your child being born is number one. I think it's seeing someone accept Christ as their Savior and being baptized. It's an unbelievable event.
Coach, how do you live out your faith right here in this mission field you've been placed day to day?
Well, I think you just have to walk the walk. People get tired of hearing, actions speak louder than words, so you got to be careful about what you do, because you are a leader in the community and they want to know what you're doing and how you're doing it.
Coach Casey with the Stamford Bulldogs, the state champion Stamford Bulldogs, and I assume you're going to be pursuing a couple more of those trophies this year?
Well, we always have a dream and aspiration of being there, and it was an exciting time when we played for 3, and it was a really exciting time when we won those 2, and it's an unbelievable challenge for our community and our kids, and we appreciate you guys coming.
We're happy to be here. It's the Friday Night Football Show on KGNZ, powered in part by the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. We'll be back in a few minutes.